Have you ever pondered why something as personal and intimate as Seethal would matter after your 60s, 70s, or even 80s after all? Isn't Seethal supposed to fade naturally with age becoming a distant memory like high school dances or summer flings? Not quite. What if I told you that stepping away from physical intimacy might silently rob you of your health happiness, and even your years as a doctor who's worked closely with aging patients for decades? I can assure you, Seethal is not a luxury in your golden years. It's a lifeline. You may not notice it at first. Maybe you feel a little more sluggish in the morning. Maybe your joints are stiffer, your heart beats a little faster after climbing the stairs, or your memory's a little foggier. And then come the emotional changes. You begin to feel more alone, less connected, perhaps a bit invisible. That's not just aging, that could be the subtle impact of a life lacking physical intimacy before we dive in. If you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you hit that button and turn on the bell so you never miss another health tip made just for you. If you enjoy this video, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 to let me know how I can make better content for you. Your heart health suffers. Your heart health suffers. It might surprise you to learn that your heart, not just your emotions, but your actual physical heart, relies on more than diet and medication to stay strong. As you age, regular Seethal activity, even in your 60s, 70s and beyond, acts like a gentle cardio workout. It increases blood circulation, lowers blood pressure, and helps maintain the elasticity of your arteries. In fact, studies show that seniors who remain celiac active tend to have fewer heart-related complications. It's not about intensity or frequency, it's about consistency and connection. When intimacy fades, the body loses one of its most natural ways to stay vital. Without this form of activity, the heart can become more susceptible to stress, inflammation, and long-term disease. Imagine skipping your daily walk or ignoring your medication. Letting go of Seethal health can carry just as serious consequences. Many seniors don't realize that the heart benefits from closeness, touch, and physical affection just as much as it does from exercise or rest. The message is clear: nurturing intimacy is nurturing your heart, but the heart isn't the only part of your body that benefits. What if I told you that giving up Seethal could also accelerate physical decline in ways you never? Muscles and joints lose vitality. Expected 2 muscles and joints lose vitality. When we think about staying physically strong in old age, most of us picture gym workouts or walking routines. But what if one of the most overlooked ways to maintain muscle tone and joint flexibility is through regular Seethal activity? Intimacy naturally engages multiple muscle groups, encourages movement, and even helps improve balance and coordination for seniors. This kind of physical engagement can be both enjoyable and incredibly beneficial. Without it, muscles begin to weaken. More quickly, joints become stiffer and overall mobility starts to decline. It's a quiet shift, one you may not notice right away, but over time your body responds to a lack of stimulation with reduced strength and a greater risk of injury. What's more, the confidence that comes from feeling physically capable often stems from regular movement, including the kind that happens in the bedroom. Losing that connection can lead to a more sedentary lifestyle, creating a cycle that's hard to break. And while this may already sound surprising, wait until you discover how Seethal, or the absence of it, directly affects the sharpness of your mind and your ability to remember the simplest things. The next insight might just change how you think about brain health. Your brain takes a hit forever. 3. Your brain takes a hit. Most people don't associate Seethal with brain health. But the connection is powerful, especially as we age. During Seethal activity, the brain releases chemicals like dopamine, oxytocin, and endorphins. These aren't just feel-good hormones, they play a vital role in improving mood, reducing stress, and enhancing memory. Cognitive function for seniors staying mentally sharp becomes more important than ever. and regular intimacy can help support those brain functions naturally. On the other hand, when Seathal disappears from your life, the brain misses out on these crucial neurological benefits over time. This can lead to increased anxiety, depression, and even early cognitive decline. Emotional intimacy and physical connection keep neural pathways active and engaged, helping your brain stay responsive and resilient, just like a muscle. Your brain needs stimulation to stay strong, and intimacy is one of the most natural and enjoyable forms of mental exercise you can experience. Neglecting this part of your life doesn't just affect your body, it quietly robs your mind of the spark that makes you feel fully alive. But beyond memory and mood, there's something even deeper at risk: your ability to feel emotionally connected and truly seen by your partner. And that, as you'll soon find out, can have profound consequences. 4. Emotional intimacy. Emotional intimacy begins to fade as we grow older. Emotional connection becomes even more essential. But without physical intimacy, that bond can quietly weaken. Seathal is not just a physical act, it's a deep expression of affection, trust, and vulnerability. When that connection fades, couples often begin to feel more like roommates than romantic partners. Conversations become routine, affection grows scarce. The spark that once made you feel wanted, seen, and deeply loved slowly dims. For many seniors, the absence of intimacy leads to feelings of loneliness, even within a committed relationship. And loneliness is more than an emotion. It's been linked to real health issues, like depression, increased blood pressure, and a weakened immune system. Emotional intimacy thrives on small gestures, touch, eye contact. Closeness, and Seathal is one of the most powerful ways to maintain that sense of closeness. Letting go of it means letting go of one of the strongest emotional anchors in your relationship. And yet, many don't realize what's missing until the distance has already taken hold. But what if restoring intimacy didn't just reconnect you emotionally, but also helped you sleep better, deeper, and more peacefully than you have in years? The next truth may surprise you and change your nightly routine. 5. Sleep becomes a struggle. Struggle as we age. Quality sleep becomes harder to come by, but few people realize how closely sleep and Seathal activity are connected after. Seathal release, your body naturally produces prolactin, a hormone that promotes relaxation and makes it easier to fall asleep at the same time. Oxytocin, the cuddle hormone, is released, reducing stress and anxiety. Two of the biggest culprits behind restless nights for many older adults. Sleep issues are treated with medication, but the solution might be far more natural and enjoyable when intimacy disappears. These calming chemical reactions disappear with it, leaving the body tense and the mind overactive. If you've been tossing and turning, struggling to stay asleep, or waking up exhausted, a missing ingredient could be the loss of connection and physical closeness. And this isn't just about better sleep. Restorative sleep supports memory, mood, energy, and overall health. In other words, the lack of Seathal activity can disrupt far more than your bedtime routine. But the real issue goes even deeper when physical intimacy fades. So does something far more personal: your confidence, your self-image, and your belief that you're still vibrant and desirable. What happens next may affect how you see yourself entirely. Self-esteem and confidence decline. Aging can take a toll on how we view ourselves, but nothing impacts confidence. Self-esteem and confidence decline more quietly than the loss of physical intimacy when you're no longer touched, desired, or engaged in Seathal connection. It's easy to start feeling invisible over time. Many seniors begin to believe that their best years are behind them, that being attractive, wanted, or Seathally alive is something for the young. But that belief is a lie. Physical intimacy sends powerful emotional signals that affirm your worth, your vitality and your ability to give and receive love without it. Self-doubt creeps in. You may start to avoid mirrors, disconnect from your partner, or stop expressing affection altogether. Not because you don't care, but because you no longer feel desirable. Intimacy, no matter how gentle or infrequent, reminds you that you're still here, still beautiful, and still capable of deep connection. Reclaiming this part of yourself often restores confidence in ways that ripple into every area of life. Your posture, your smile, your outlook. But while low self-esteem affects how you feel, the impact of lost intimacy goes even further. It can quietly weaken your body's natural defense system. What happens next might just surprise you. 7. Your immune system. Weakened system weakens. Most people think of vitamins, exercise, or hand washing when it comes to boosting immunity. But few realize that Seathal plays a surprising role in keeping your immune system strong, especially in later years. Regular Seathal activity has been linked to higher levels of immunoglobulin. IgA, a critical antibody that helps defend your body against colds, infections, and other illnesses. It also supports balanced hormone levels, reduces inflammation, and promotes overall cellular health. Without the hormonal and neurological responses triggered by intimacy, the immune system can become sluggish, making it harder for your body to fight off common viruses and recover quickly. This decline isn't immediate. It happens slowly over time, often without you noticing. One day you're catching more colds than usual, or feeling run down without explanation. Restoring a healthy Seathal life doesn't just uplift your spirit, it strengthens your physical defenses from the inside out. It's one of nature's most enjoyable forms of preventive medicine. But if you think the effects of lost intimacy stop at the immune system, think again. There's another consequence that strikes deep and silently, and it has everything to do with how your body and mind handle stress. You'll want to hear this: 8, stress and anxiety. Stress and anxiety increase as we age. The sources of stress may change, but the toll it takes on the body and mind only grows heavier. What many don't realize is that Seathal intimacy is one of the most effective natural stress relievers available during Seathal. The body releases a powerful combination of hormones, dopamine, oxytocin, and serotonin that actively reduce anxiety, calm the nervous system, and create a lasting sense of emotional balance. These hormones act as a built-in mood stabilizer, helping to ease tension and promote a sense of safety and connection when intimacy fades. So does this natural coping mechanism. Over time, stress builds, sleep suffers, and small worries begin to feel overwhelming. Without that physical outlet, anxiety may show up as restlessness, irritability, or even physical symptoms like headaches and muscle tension. The absence of intimacy doesn't just leave a gap in your relationship. It removes one of your body's most powerful tools for mental and emotional resilience. But what if the impact of a fading Seathal life goes even further, quietly affecting your brain, sharpness, memory, and focus? What you learn next may completely change how you think about aging and mental clarity. 9 relationships become more fragile. One of the quietest consequences of lost intimacy is its impact on your relationship over time. When physical connection fades, emotional distance often follows couples who once shared. Closeness, warmth, and affection can slowly grow apart. Not because they no longer love each other, but because they stop expressing that love in the ways that matter most. Seathal intimacy is more than a physical act. It's a language of trust, vulnerability, and emotional bonding. Without it, even the strongest partnerships can begin to feel flat or distant. The laughter, playfulness, and spontaneous moments that once brought joy can be replaced by silence, or routine communication may suffer, and both partners can begin to feel neglected or undesired, even if the love is still there. Intimacy is the glue that helps keep relationships vibrant and emotionally fulfilling no matter how many decades have passed. Letting go of that connection doesn't just affect your body, it reshapes the entire dynamic of your relationship. But as serious as that may sound, there's still one more layer to consider, something even more personal. What if your own body begins to forget how to function seethily at all? What happens next is often the most difficult. The body forgets. Use it or lose it. Part 10. The body forgets. Use it or lose it, as uncomfortable as it may be. To admit the human body is designed to respond to use, just like muscles weaken when we stop exercising. Sethal function also begins to fade when it's no longer activated for men. This may show up as decreased erectile function or longer arousal times for women. It can mean increased vaginal dryness, discomfort, and a loss of natural elasticity. These changes don't happen overnight. They happen slowly, subtly, until one day, physical intimacy feels more difficult than desirable. This creates a cycle. Discomfort leads to avoidance, and avoidance leads to further decline. But here's the truth. Your body is trying to tell you. Staying seethily active helps preserve function. It keeps blood flowing, tissues healthy, and the nervous system responsive. Even gentle forms of intimacy can help the body remember what it's capable of. Ignoring this need may seem harmless at first, but over time, it can make regaining comfort and confidence far more difficult. But even if your body adapts, your mindset plays an equally powerful role in shaping your experience. What if the most important see-through organ isn't what you think? The next truth reveals everything. What you can do starting today, no matter your age or how long it's been reclaiming. Intimacy is absolutely possible, and it can begin today. The first and most important step is communication. Talk openly with your partner about how you feel, what you miss, and what you'd like to rebuild together. Honesty and vulnerability lay the foundation for real reconnection. If you're facing physical challenges, don't hesitate to speak with your doctor. There are solutions for common issues like dryness, low libido, or erectile dysfunction, many of which are simple and effective. Start small, physical touch, cuddling, hand-holding, and gentle affection, or count. These small moments of connection often lead to deeper closeness and renewed intimacy if you're single. Don't underestimate the value of self-connection. Exploring your own needs and comfort can keep your body and mind in tune. Stay open-minded and curious. Try new things, approach intimacy with patience, and most of all, give yourself permission to enjoy. You haven't aged out of desire. You've just been waiting for the right moment to rediscover it. That moment is now. Reconnection doesn't require perfection, only the willingness to begin again. One touch, one conversation, one shared moment at a time. The truth about aging and intimacy. The truth about aging and intimacy. Aging does not mean the end of intimacy. It means the beginning of a deeper, more meaningful connection with yourself and your partner. The loss of physical closeness isn't just about what happens in the bedroom. It affects your heart, your mind, your relationships, your health, and your overall sense of being alive. But here's the truth. It's never too late to reclaim this part of your life. You are still worthy of love, desire, pleasure, and connection. No matter your age, let go of the outdated belief that intimacy belongs only to the young. You still have time, energy, and heart to give and receive. In powerful, life-enhancing ways, the path forward isn't about chasing youth. It's about embracing who you are today and choosing not to let fear or assumptions dictate how fully you live. Reconnect, reignite, rediscover, because the most fulfilling years of your life aren't behind you. They're waiting to be created with intention and courage. If you've been feeling like something is missing now, is the moment to reach for more, not just more years, but more joy, more closeness, more life. You deserve nothing less. These lessons are meant to inspire you to live fully and authentically. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Take a moment to reflect and share one thing you've learned and plan to apply in your own life. Let's support each other on this journey toward embracing these truths. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment with 1. If not, feel free to comment with 0. Your feedback means a lot to us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching, and here's to living life on your own terms.